Today we are going to be looking at the winners of the 4,500 subscriber seed giveaway, and I know you're anxious to see who those are going to be. And each of them are getting the 20 varieties of seed that I listed in the previous video. So without further ado, let's hop right to it. One thing I do want to say as I'm pulling up this page is I asked y'all to tell me what was your favorite video that I've posted, and it was actually really quite informative. So there were a lot of people that that indicated the most popular video we have right now, one that had a lot of views recently, was the $1 raised bed video from last year. And so there were a lot of people that said that. But other than that, there was a lot of diversity in the views, and not necessarily our most popular videos in terms of view count that were getting the most views. And one consensus that it did sound like a lot of people really liked, a lot of the rank and file subscribers, was those videos in which I discuss what I'm growing in my garden. So following this comment picker, after that, I'm going to go right into just a list of that big 72 seed tray that I put together in an earlier video, and what I'm growing in it. So anyhow, I know you're waiting on me, so let's go ahead and enter that video. Oh, we're on a Facebook comment picker, so let's do a YouTube random comment picker. Alright, so we enter there, filter duplicate users. And then we pick our random winner. So our first winner is Cheryl Hewitt, who commented that all the plants I have in the video look good, and she must now go and make sure she has enough seeds started. Well, lucky for you, Cheryl, you are going to get a lot of seeds to start. Maybe some of them a little bit later in the season than they need to be for starting. But anyhow, Cheryl Hewitt, go ahead and email me at gardening@bestgardenchannel.com. Again, that's gardening@bestgardenchannel.com. And let me know what your home address is. And if you happened to be one of the people that participated in our earlier seed giveaway, such that some of the varieties are ones that we just sent you, then let me know that as well, and I can substitute out some of those varieties if any of them are ones you just don't want a second set of. So anyhow, we do have two winners that we're going to pick, so let's hit this pick another winner button and hit start. Alright, our next winner is Angela Stevens. And she's one that loves that dollar store raised bed video. So, Angela Stevens, congratulations on winning up 20 seed varieties that were listed in the last video. And please do email gardening@bestgardenchannel.com. That's gardening@bestgardenchannel.com. And I will send you those seeds. Just include your address there, and I'll get them to you as soon as I can. So congratulations to our two winners. If you guys have not sent me an email by the end of April, I will draw a new winner. But anyhow, that should be it for the giveaway part of this. Now let's look at some of what we are growing. And I have here just a spreadsheet that has those 72 seed varieties. And as I told you in that earlier video, on the left I was doing tomatoes. On the right, I was doing peppers, and in the middle, kind of an assortment of other things. So I guess the question now is whether we're going to go through and actually look all of these things up and talk about them, or just read through the list. And I think for right now, we'll just read through the list. If there's a strong consensus that you actually want me to do a video of looking up all these varieties and talking through all the varieties, then put that in the comments below, and I will be sure to actually film that video. But I don't want to make a huge video if no one will watch it. So anyhow, this is what I'm growing. The blueberry tomato, the Chadwick cherry tomato, the Gargamel tomato, the Texas wild cherry tomato, the Xanadu GG, and here's where it'd be good to look up because I've forgotten what the GG stands for. But the Xanadu tomato, the Copper River tomato, the Golden Currant tomato, the Violet Jasper tomato, the Elfin tomato, the Old German tomato, the Lavender Lake tomato, the Pink Bumblebee tomato, the German Queen tomato, the Cosmic Eclipse tomato, the Black Dragon tomato, Amy's Sugar Gem tomato, the Dark Galaxy tomato, the Black Cherry tomato, the Gold Truffle tomato, the Prax Cherry tomato, the Blonde Comfchin tomato, the Sweetie tomato, Fred's Tie-Dyed tomato, the Klebat von Togo tomato, the Cream Sausage tomato, the Sandberg tomato, the BTD, no, it's the Berkeley tie-dye pink, the Floridade, the Cherokee purple tomato, which is of course the tomato that everyone who participated in the earlier seed giveaway, all the subscribers that send in self-addressed stamped envelopes, got Cherokee purple tomato seeds. Hopefully you've started them at home and are growing them yourselves. But moving on, the Sugar Lump tomato, the Nineveh tomato, the Pearly Pink tomato, the Napa Chardonnay tomato, the Armenian tomato, the Big Boy tomato, which is a variety that you likely have in your local stores available as plants, the Red Siberian tomato, the Spansky Gigantic tomato, the Mint Julep tomato, and then I actually get into some things that aren't tomato, which is I'm growing some spearmint, like the actual mint. I'm starting some goji berries from seed, and apparently I'm doing spearmint more than once. I'm doing Aunt Molly's ground cherry. Now, the funny thing here is obviously I only have one seed pod that I was growing that in. I'm probably going to start some more Aunt Molly's ground cherries. I had them years ago, but I ended up pulling them because I wanted to use the area for something else, which is silly because they're very good at self-sowing, and I was getting them year after year, so I should have never pulled them. And there's just a tip, and maybe I'll talk about it more in a later video. If you ever have a perennial or a self-sowing annual that is well established and you keep having it come back up, think very hard before you decide, oh, let's not have it there anymore. I did the same thing with some great thyme that I had established and lush. And there's no reason to do that. So, anyhow, moving on through the list. Column 8 has the Trinidad Moruga scorpion pepper, the Scotch bonnet pepper. Lemongrass is just lemongrass. It's the herb lemongrass. The Zatar is a type of oregano. And then I have 2 pods of Tresca strawberries, which I've already planted some Tresca strawberries that I grew from seed last year. And I'm just starting a couple more. I also got good runners that gave me a few Tresca strawberry plants last year. So I'm hoping to have a pretty good number of Tresca strawberry plants. I've also ordered some additional types of strawberries, and we'll have a good video on that after I get them and plant them out. And I've actually borrowed some from actually my mother's garden, where she has some strawberries that put out runners that gave her too many plants. So as she's cleaning up her garden, I'm going to take some of her strawberries as well. So next up, the Once Purple pepper. Now this is a pepper that one year I got a pepper that was purple when I hadn't grown anything that was purple. So I didn't know what caused it, if there was some weird cross or something. But I truly had nothing purple that should have come, and I had these peppers that were purple. They were beautiful. I kind of liked having them, so I saved seed from it. And then a second year, I was actually able to have those purple peppers. So I'm trying to get that started again, make sure I maintain whatever line that might be, but there's never a certainty if it is some sort of a hybrid that it will stay true. So I'll grow the once purple again, and I'll let you know how it does. Next up, a traditional cayenne pepper, a mustard habanero, a tam jalapeno, which is a jalapeno that doesn't really have much heat, the bird's eye Thai, a Spanish mammoth bell pepper, a foot-long cayenne pepper, an ahi fantasy, a lemon drop, the Bohemian goat pepper, the Banda Majak, the white devil's tail, a creamsicle pepper. Now, several seeds on this list were actually gifts from another YouTube channel. I believe it is called The Garden Pit, and he does pepper seed giveaways where he has tons of different types of peppers, and his subscribers can say which ones they want, and first come first serve, he gives them out. And so I've gotten peppers from him in years past, and I got peppers from him this year. Several of the pepper varieties that I got from him were ones that he has actually created and named over the years of growing things himself, is my understanding. I think they're probably just F1 hybrids, so unpredictable what I'll be getting. And I have, I think, at least 3 on here that are that, and I think they are the 3 that we're naming right now, which is the Creamsicle, the Landover Special, and the Dragon's Spawn peppers. Now, I also am growing a Sugar Rush Peach, Craig's Grande Jalapeno, the Black Pearl Pepper once again this year. Hopefully I have some reliable seeds. I might have some sourcing issues on some of my Black Pearl Pepper seeds. Obviously, there's another video out when I had some great Black Pearl Pepper seeds, so we will see. Then the Purple Beauty Pepper, the Purple Jalapeno, the Bahamian Goat Pepper, Fish Pepper, Thai White Pepper, and an Ahi Pineapple. So that's not an exclusive list of the things that will be in my garden this year, or even of the peppers and tomatoes that will be in my garden this year. But that is a list of the 72 varieties that were in that seed tray. And I probably won't actually grow all of those to fruition. Not only do things happen to various plants, but I might give some away. And I probably just don't have space for all of it. So we'll see what we do grow, and I want you guys to weigh in on that to some degree. If there is anything on here that you got so excited when you saw on here and you're like, boy, I am looking forward to seeing that growing on this channel, then please put it in the comments below. Let me know that you want to see that particular thing grown, and I'll do my best to honor your requests in that regard. So I hope you enjoyed this list. If you do want me to go through and do the thing where I'm looking it up and just kind of talking through the varieties with you, if there's a good enough number that say that, then we'll go ahead and do that. And you know, I might choose to do it anyway, but I don't know. Stay tuned to see all this stuff growing, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed.